Yes. Okay, so guys, good morning and welcome to our new day of the debate challenge. And today I am the host, and I'm with my amazing friends Vishal, Amit, Nikita, Maheen, and Supriya. And we are going to conduct a debate again. And I just jump on the topic. So today's topic is it is based on movies. According to you, movies should be more realistic or it should be more fantasy types. Okay, so you have to choose between sci-fi movies. Matlab, which one is better for the which one is better for the people. So you have to take one side and you have to debate on that. Okay. I hope you understand the topic. Now I will divide the team. So there are two teams. First team, Vishal Bhai and Nikita, and second team, Amit, Maheen, and Supriya. Okay. And Vishal Bhai, you can pause the recording for 30 seconds so that you can prepare. And okay, so the teams have been chosen their sides. So there are two teams. I will name the team. So first team is Team Realistic, which is Vishal Bhai and Nikita. The name only the name only tells us that what they choose. So they are on realistic side. The movie should be realistic. And then we have another team, Team Sci-Fi, which consists of Amit, Maheen, and Supriya, and they are supporting the science fiction movies. Like it is more important or something like that. Okay, so now you can start the debate. And for the opening remark, I want Vishal Bhai, are you there? Hello, hello. Okay, so he's not there. So for opening remark, I want Nikita Di to open from Team Realistic.
Hello. Actually, sorry guys. Yeah, I'm just yeah,
So are you there, Vishal Bhai?
yeah, I'm there.
Okay, so Vishal Bhai, you can start with the opening remark.
Yeah, thank you. Uh, yeah, thank you, Karan, for giving the opportunity to speak. So, yeah, the realistic movies can be very much helpful for our youth. There are several benefits of realistic movies. Yeah, for giving example, I would like to conclude my sentences. So, yeah, with the help of realistic movies, we can our generation or our youth or the person. I mean, the community who is going to watch that movie, they can understand our historical things. Like if the movie is historical, we can easily understand with the help of the movie historical things, whatever the history is like done in past or like if the movie is like totally based on a biography movie or based on any individual, so we can easily understand the qualities of that individual person. For example, I would like to give one movie name, the recently launched movie, San Manesco. So that was the first uh, um, ground marshal of I don't know, ground marshal or air chief marshal of Indian Army. So that was a very inspirational movie, or there such type of movie. Yeah, the real this is the basic demand. You can say a demand of current youth, or so that our youth just go in right direction. So yeah, that is very helpful for me. Thank you so much.
Okay, so that was the great opening remark or the point from Vishal Bhai. Now I want Supriya from Team Sci-Fi to counter it.
Okay, so as he said that if the movies are based on realistic characters, then people will get inspiration from that particular character, that whatever qualities he or she has. So let me just tell you, no one is born perfect, as we all know. So that character might have some negative qualities as well. For example, a hero is always showed as very good, and he has good qualities like he supports his family and all those stuffs. But in other hand, we can see that he's chilling with friends, he's riding the bike on high speed, he's drinking and smoking. So these are the bad qualities. So if the community or people are watching, then it will not only enhance them to take the good qualities from that person, but it will also give them enhancement that they should, if the good man in the movie is shown like this, then bad things are also good. So that can be a thing which can arise into youth's mind, as my opponent team stated it. So and people are more attracted to negative things in comparison to positive things. So whatever the positive things are shown in the movie, and but also the negative things are shown, then definitely negative things are going to be taken by more by the public. So that's my counterpoint to his statement. Thank you.
So that's a really great counter from Team Sci-Fi. And now I want Amit from Team Sci-Fi to give a new pointer to Team Realistic.
Yeah, thank you, host Karan. So first of all, I would like to jump onto the motive of making a movie. When a movie is made, basically one of the main motive is to entertain the large masses of public. So we have sci-fi and we have realistic. So we kind of like get stuck when it comes to creativity on realistic movies because we can't go beyond a certain boundary. But when it comes to sci-fi, we actually go beyond our boundaries. We make things possible in those things when it comes to sci-fi. We can like a director or a producer can be go beyond their imagination. They can think what doesn't exist in real world. So that thing actually encourages all the masses of the people who are consuming it to go for sci-fi movies only because they want entertainment. And in sci-fi world, entertainment is limitless. It can go beyond their imagination based on that. Yeah, so that was my point of view.
So that was a really great pointer from Team Sci-Fi. Now I want Nikita from Team Realistic to counter that point. Okay, you can counter it now.
Okay, thank you so much, Karan. As Amit said that in a sci-fi movie, we are more creative and there is no limit. But when we make movies which are realistic, then these movies are more practical. And it is said that movies are the mirrors of society. So they somehow reflect the issues which are currently prevailing in the society, like the biopics, historical movies, and any movies based on any criminal cases that has happened in past. They also tell about that. So while on the other hand, if we create sci-fi movies, then we are however we are creative, the movies are creative, but they are not reflecting the real thing. Like we are not living in the real world when we are watching the sci-fi movies or when we are making sci-fi movies, because it doesn't tell about the practicality of society and the real world. How does the real world exist? And moreover, on the other hand, in a realistic movies, our young generation also get motivated through biopics, historical movies, and because they get influenced by the protagonist of that film or the hero of the film, that he is doing good deeds and he has won some won some sports, like a sport biopic. If we talk about the sports biopic like MS Dhoni, so our youth can also follow that and can uh, take an initiative that they would also be become like MS Dhoni, and they would pursue their career in that field and would accomplish their dreams and aspirations. So that's how I would like to counter Amit's point. Thank you.
Okay. So that was a great counter from Nikita. Now I want Vishal Bhai to again give a pointer. Vishal Bhai, are you there? Hello. Hello, hello, hello.
Yeah, thank you host, for giving the
Vishal Bhai.
opportunity. Yeah, so I have lots of. Can you hear me properly?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. So I have lots of counters. As opponent team said that fictional movies can inspire you, or there are no limits to creative thinking. Yeah. So and also the opponent team said that like when youth only adapt the things which is negative things in the realistic movies, they are not adapting the genuine things which the movie maker wants to represent. So first of all, I would like to ask one question directly to opponent team. There are several biopics are made, realistic biopics are made. You don't guys even know about that individual person when the movies are not there, but with the help of movies you are able to understand what the qualities of that individual person because of that biopics only. And there are lots of examples. Yeah, first of all, the recent movie I've already talked about, but there are lots of biopics example. The person you never know about that person, only because of their biopics you got to know about the qualities of that person. Or this is the real examples, or they directly motivate the youth also. So yeah, Previously, I talk about the recently launched movie Sam Manek show. So he was the first field marshal of India. So you guys are know about that individual personality even when the movies are not launched. So with the help of their biopic you launched, you know about that person. This is very inspirational also, or this can directly motivate our youth so to become or to go pursue their career in Indian Army. This is totally inspirational movie. I don't think there are negatives in the movie, or if you talk about the negative things, so frictional or hi-fi movie has much more negative things than a biopic or realistic movie doesn't have. Or the one authority is also there, like whenever the movie is made, so uh, one individual authority is there to check the movie, is there anything unnecessary things in the movie, so they will cut all the unnecessary part of the movie, so that can hurt any individual or a personality, that can, I mean, that can create a uh, bad impact of our youth. So yeah, this is my point. Thank you so much.
Okay, okay. So now that was a great pointer from Vishal, and now I want Maheen from Team Sci-Fi to counter it. Start the recording.
Vishal say about in sci-fi movies so many negative things, and also a youth can you can adapt the negative things from their side. So it is depend on person to person and or young generation how they adapt the things from the movies. And I want to give this chance to Amit. Uh,
Okay, so I will not allow this because it is your counter. So in the way you lose from Vishal. So now I want Supriya to give a new pointer to opponent team.
So, okay. So when the fantasies movies are made, then definitely those movies are based on creative thinking of the director. And when you think for a thing like when a director is preparing that particular model or particular person, then definitely he's going to think that how it is going to attract the youth's mind, or how it is going to attract the public's attention. That and he is going to assign some powers also. So that all needed as a creative thinking, and it is also the part of logical thinking which builds. So when the person who is watching those movies which are created with such a logical minded and all, so that person also get inspires that I will also do something creative. It indirectly enhances the creative thinking of a particular person, because when you are watching a creative thinking, you are just like that, okay, this is going to happen, this is connected to this. You just create because it's not real, it's just based on imagination. And when you imagine a particular thing, it requires your thinking, it requires your creative ability, it requires your left half side of the brain, which is the mathematical part. So if you watch those type of movies, then definitely without solving a mathematical paper or anything like that, you can build your logical thinking about, while watching those movies. So that's my new point. Thank you.
Okay. So that's a great pointer from Supriya, team sci-fi. And now I want Vishal Bhai from team realistic to counter that point. Okay, you can counter
Yeah,
it now.
thank you. Yeah, thank you, Karan. So as my counter, so first of all, I would like to say that as Mayan said that it's totally depend on person to person or individual what they want to watch or what like they are adapting. So it's totally a wrong thing if you are consistently watching a hi-fi or just like a frictional movie. So it directly affect on your mind, because if you are watching something, so it directly affect on your mind whatever you are watching. If you watching something a good content, so it also affect your brain, or if you are watching a bad content which also affect your brain, you are not aware of that, but it is somehow like indirectly affecting your brain. It is not like in your control, so that you only took a good thing from that content, or you just avoid all the bad content from them. It is indirectly affecting your brain. If you watch a like murder type of movie or fighting movie. So it is indirectly effective. The one example I'll give you, the recently launched Animal movie. If you watch Animal movie, so after watching that movie and returning from the movie theater, your mind just reacted just like a movie, like whatever the scene you just watch during the movie, so you just behave like that somehow. You are not aware of that, but directly or indirectly your mind just react just like the movie whatever you see. Yeah, thank you so
Okay.
much.
So Vishal bhai, it is not a counter for Supriya, so that's why it is not legal now. You have to counter Supriya's point, okay? But you counters Mahin's point. So that's the thing. And now I want Nikita to give a new pointer.
Yes, thank you so much, host. So I would like to say that the fantasy movies or the sci-fi movies are less practical, although they are creative, but the characters or the personalities that are embedded in the plot of a particular story are not even realistic. So how people can relate with themselves without even knowing their existence. And moreover, in realistic movies, we are awareing people about what happened in the past or what a particular personality has does for our country or for our world. We are awareing people about societal issues also, and we are making them aware of a particular personality. Like my teammate said that there are mostly personalities whom people are not even aware about, and after they watch their biopics, after they watch those realistic movies, then they come to know about those personalities, that what they have done and how crucial is their contribution towards country's growth. And I also want to support my teammates Vishal's point. He said that while we watch any movie, any kind of movie, whether it is sci-fi or whether it is realistic, then whatever visuals we watch, it persists on our mind about for 1/10 of a second. So that means that whether if we are watching any negative visual or any violent visuals on the movie, so then definitely we do that thing and we imitate those things because we have just watched it, and biologically also it is proven that it get persist on our mind for some fraction of a second, as I already told. So that means that we are also getting inspired by those negativities and whatever violence has happened in that film, and then we try to imitate. So that's how I would like to make a new pointer. Thank you.
So that's a great pointer from Nikita D from Team Realistic. Now I want a good counter from Amit for it. Amit, you can give
Yeah.
a counter.
Thank you. I have a good counter. So as Nikita told that mostly realistic movies are based on biopics, or they can rise the social issues of the society. That's good. But sci-fi movies are not far behind. They have their own ways to project some kind of good things. Like if you talk about some space adventurous movies, in those movies, although they are sci-fi, they depict the real science of behind the space and the interstellar world. So they depict those things with good VFX and using sci-fi concepts. But the main motive behind those movies are to educate people about the extraterrestrial life or the advancement of alien technology. So those things are mainly depicted to. I mean, those things are made to educate people. I mean, most of the things are made realistic. Like there are Nobel Prize winner professors who contribute to those movies. If you know about Interstellar, those movies has been based on real life incidents, real life physics. They have those kind of things. So by making those movies, the main motive is to educate people through science fiction. So that was a counter to Nikita. And if I take some of the pointers from Vishal, then he talked about the depiction, like you learn from real movies as well as sci-fi movies. So these are basically subjective. You can learn positive, negative from both of the sides. So that's what.
Okay, so that's a good counter. Now I want Mahin to give a new pointer.
So I want to say the realistic movie is not totally realistic because the director they add some like thing people also get some interest to movies see, so they add something beyond the real story. So this is my point. It realistic movie is not 100% is realistic, and people when saw this kind of movie, so they thought like in this person in really in really this thing happened. They believe on this that thing which are not which is made by director to for interest of people. And one more thing, in sci-fi movie most of thing is depend on science, not like everything is a negative thing. Those people who is not able to understand the real life science, so they watch the movie and they understand the real the science, the science in real life. So this is a very benefit to those people who is not able to study the science, and this is very helpful for real life also.
So that's a great pointer and valuable pointer from Team Sci-Fi. Now I want Vishal bhai to counter this point from Mahin.
Yeah, thank you, host. So first of all, no one can just read the science by watching the movies only. If you want to read the science, so you need to study hard. So no one can read the science or study the science only by watching the movies. And second point is mine, that this is also a subjective thing, as Amit already said that yeah, movie makers add some types of things to make their movie more watched movie or more popular. So this is not only happened in real movies. This is also happened in sci-fi or science fiction movie also. So any types of movie, as a director add some thing which is not a real thing to make their movie more like more popular or more grow, so that youth or community go and watch their movies. So this is only just a marketing tactics. This is happened not only real life movies but also high sci-fi movies. So this is apart from this, I would like to make one another point which is very much important. I'm talking about like lots. There are lots of things. Mahi said that anyone can easily understand the science by watching the movie. This is wrong, but I made one point. You can understand all the historical concept just watching the movies. There are several movies are there in which the historical things are talk about historical things, or the student can easily just get whatever they want by watching the historical movies. So this is totally right, I think. Or Mahabharat and Ramayan have lots of movies. So by watching those movies, we can also get to know what are the things happened in Mahabharat or Ramayan. So I think this is the valid point. Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay, so that's a good counter from Vishal bhai. Now I want Nikita Di from Team Realistic to give a new pointer.
Okay, thank you, host. So my new pointer is that the biggest impact, negative impact of sci-fi movies are on children and the young generation, especially the teenage children, because when they watch those sci-fi movies, they are continuously in expectation that their world would also be like that. For example, if we consider movies which consist of time travel and time machines, but these things are difficult to happen, so we are in a way we fooling those children and making a false hope, creating a false hope among them, because they also know that these things are not existing, they are not even existing, so they are not able to concentrate well on their studies because of those sci-fi movies. And while on the other hand, if we talk about the realistic movies, then they get inspired, they get courage, they get motivation out of those movies, because they read, because they learn about the characters and the stories that has already happened in past, and that has their pure existence. Like as my teammate Vishal told about the holy religious stories like Mahabharat, Ramayana, and even in the Muslim communities or any other religions also, there are religious stories which inspires people, which inspires you that this thing has happened and this is the real existence, and what you can do out of it, and how you can continue it in future, and how you can carry forward those cultural values and ethics, moral ethics. So these realistic movies inspires the young generation also, which is the future of our country, and that is where they can set the benchmark of their cultural values and their ethics and morals. So that's how I would like to make a pointer.
Okay.
Thank you.
So that's a good pointer from Team Realistic by Nikita. Now I want Supriya from Team Sci-Fi to counter it.
Okay, so as she said that I mean, young generation tend to attract those things whichever are shown in imaginary movies. So let me just tell you one thing, that people already know that when it is imaginary thing, then definitely you have to imagine, you have to build your creation in your own mind. It's nothing related to real world. They already know that, and even the children, young generations, they also know that real and creative thing has got a great difference between both. And as you said that spiritual content is being shown in the realistic movies, so let me just tell you one thing, that in realistic, your such called realistic movies, I have seen that pandits wearing that all rudraksh and all, and then they are having meat and all those stuffs in realistic movies only. You can take any movie in south. So these things are only there in realistic movies. When you see a imaginary movies, these things are never there. They never insult any holy religion. They never do that. It is just the imagination. You can see Avengers, it's just the imagination, it's not based on religion at all. And in realistic movies, so called realistic movies, I can say that they just humiliate the religion indirectly or directly. As you can say, see Adi Purush, which came from Ramayana, they so much, I mean, insulted our religion. So that's why people should prefer fantasy movies, so that it cannot hurt anyone's religion. So that's my counterpoint to you. Thank you.
Okay, that was a great counterpoint from Team Supriya. And I think now it is heating up. Now I want Mahin to give a new pointer.
I want to add a new counter as an example. So previous day, just
Uh, Pause the recording, pause the recording.
So I want to add an example, in old years, in before, when mobile is not come. So they everyone just think like we need to something like they imagine like we have a one mirror to connect each other, like when like nobody, no people here with us, and we need to connect with them. So they just imagine this thing, but by the creative thinking, science come this nowadays, this thing true in mobile way. So this thing like a Avengers. So we go to space one day, we discover time machine one day. So this thing, science student can adapt this thing, and they think about this, we can do. So this thing, like a idea for youth to discover new thing, like a mobile is all day is not possible. Everyone not think like this. We in future we have phone, we just connect together in just a one call or one. So this is sci-fi movies is very important to discover new things. So this is my this is from myself.
Okay, that is a great pointer. Just take the time in consideration. Okay, otherwise that was a really great point. Now I want Nikita Di to counter this point.
Thank you, host. As Mahin said that she gave the example of mobile phones and other gadgets and devices, like these were not possible because if science and technology wasn't there. But we are not here to debate around science and technology. We are here to debate that science movies, sci-fi movies, and realistic movies. So it should be on the perspective of movies, not the science and technology. And we she also mentioned that without the advent of science and technology, man was not even aware that in future he would connect to any person through mobile phones, or he will have that communication technology coming into existence through which he can communicate. So but in this in sci-fi movies, what happens? They are less practical, and they are not just they are misleading the future generations also by creating false hope among them. But however, on the other hand, in the realistic movies, this situation doesn't arise, because those things which already has its pure existence, only that things are being shown. And I would also like to counter Supriya's point. She mentioned that like the latest movie that has launched, Adi Purush, has ruined our religious values, and they have deteriorated and insulted our human religious ethics. So why don't we consider the B.R. Chopra's and Ramanand Sagar's Ramayana, which has set an example to today's young generation, which was popular then also and which is popular now also, and that has holded the values, cultural values, traditional values, and human values very in a very good manner, in a very positive way. So we should also consider those things as well, regarding only seeing the drawbacks. That was because Adipurush was a modern version of that Ramayana, of the old Ramayana. That's how I would like to counter Man's point. Thank you.
Okay. So for a great pointer, there is a great counter from Nikita Di. Now I want Vishal Bhai from Team Realistic to give a new pointer to Team Sci-Fi.
Uh, yeah, thank you. So first of all, I want to support my teammate as he said that yeah, Adipurus is. I already told you guys that each and every movies maker are made some extra things to like to make it top like movie, top watched movie, so that each and every person will go and watch that movie. So there are also something added to Adipurus movie, so that a particular uh, uh, like community hearted by saying that, because this is a religious factor in Adipurus movie. But after they got to know that religion is hearted by adding these types of things, so they will remove that things also, because religious is one of the things which is the I mean, you can say the priority first of all. If someone's religion get hurted, so no one is going to watch that movie. Ultimately the movie is going to like flop. So this is one of my pointer. And also uh, the opponent team is only talking about the science fiction movies, just around of that because of this you got to know the science, and the creative thinking is become more and more. But what about those movies? Like if I talk about Chris and that types of movie, the Chris is just flying, and how you can imagine that no human being can fly just like Chris. So what about those types of movies? This is totally impact wrongly youths, or you can say uh, youth's mind after watching if I talk about me myself. So after watching, when I was in that time like childhood days, so after watching the Chris and these types of movie, I just wanted to be fly just like a Chris. So this movie is also creating a negative impact of youth. They just think according to that movie after watching this movie. Or if we talk about like biopics and like that movie, so this is only creating a positive impact, motivate youth, or push our youth to get something, or to achieve something in their life. Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay. So that's a good pointer. Now I want, but consider time again. I am saying, please, all of you consider the time. Okay. Call again because meet is going to end. Stop the recording and call again.
uh Karan, just cut this call and call you guys again, because I'm
Okay.
not the host.
Okay. I understand. Stop the recording. Na?
Message.
Okay, so that was a pointer from Vishal bhai. Now I want Amit to counter it. Okay, Amit, you can counter this point from Vishal bhai.
Okay, yeah. So I believe that Vishal has a very unclear pointer that I couldn't grasp it. But all in all, what I grasped it is that realistic movies has some kind of sci-fi elements that people might get it wrong or maybe follow and may get hurt. But I want to say that sci-fi movie has treat it as an umbrella. Like it has some realistic aspect as well and some sci-fi aspect as well. But when you consider a sci-fi movie, it has something that can't be real in real life. So that is a sci-fi movie. So Krish is also a sci-fi movie, and maybe many other realistic movies are treated as sci-fi, although they are based on real life stories. They have some real life stories, but some aspect they have introduced to make it sci-fi. So I guess that Krish and all kind of those movies are partially sci-fi, and they has nothing. I mean, they has nothing to do with the like they are good movies. Nicely, they are good movies. Secondly, I would talk about that that thing that I mean, some realistic movies have a tendency to influence the public in a wrong way. The movies that we have mentioned here has some tendency to go to make a bad influence in public. But if I talk about sci-fi movies, they have no I mean, they are not contributing into that religion. They are out of that boundary. I mean, they are not even touching those things. So the sci-fi movies are very best to consume. Most people would also like the sci-fi movies because they are not I mean, they are not even real. Many people can relate with it, and mostly they are based on entertainment, and most of people are using those movies just for entertainment, and it doesn't contribute to the bad side as well. Yeah.
Okay, so that was a nice counter from Amit also. And now it's our final debate between two guys. Now, Supriya, you can now give a new pointer.
Okay. So as we see in sci-fi movies, as I already mentioned that they are built from creative content. So let me just tell you, the when the director creates some content, then definitely he has read in some books prior to it, the books which are historical, and then he just creates it. For example, as you guys are talking about Krish movie, so there was a character as a girl who can be turned out into any like creature. She can just rebuild herself in. So in our Ramayana books, in our Mahabharat books, there was also a character name, I am not able to recall the name. She was also able to take anyone's face or take the shape of any creature. So that was just taken into, the creative thing only coming from our historical contents. And but it is somewhere not hurting our religion, because it's not based on our religion. But when you go for realistic movies, they definitely destroy our religion somewhere. They hurt a lot, as I already mentioned Adi Purush. And I would like to say one thing, that people don't know Ramayana properly. Even in the movies they don't show it properly. Most of the people can not even answer that why Ramayana happened. They cannot answer it because of the movies, stupid movies which are being shown. And young generation see those movies only, and then they just create their thinking, okay, this is our culture only. So somewhere it is not like this. And when like other religions, people try to manipulate their thoughts that your religion is like this or that, they just believe it because they have seen the movies like it, so-called realistic movies. So that's my new pointer to it. Thank you.
Okay, now it's a time for last counter from team realistic, and then it's a end of our debate. Now I want Nikita Di to counter Supriya's point. Okay. Yes, you can.
Thank you, host.
I'm
As our opponent Supriya said that realistic movies are destroying our religion. But I want to ask that whether the speaker is even aware of the real meaning of destruction. Because realistic movies are not destroying our religion, they are enhancing our religious values, cultural values, they are retaining them. Because before the advent of the Ramanand Sagar's Ramayana and B.R. Chopra's Ramayanas and all other directors like this, many people weren't even aware of what these religious stories were about and even their existence. They were not able to grab those characters of Ramayana, who was Lord Rama, who was Goddess Sita, and who was Mahabharata's character. They were not even aware. So realistic movies have aware and educated many people through their stories, like historical stories. So how can you say that it is destroying our religion? It is promoting our religion. It is contributing to add cultural values, ethics among our young generation, which are the future of our country. And it is setting up. It is setting up they are also setting a benchmark that how we can further pursue these cultural values and embed in the roadmap of building the future of our country. And many of the characters in our religious stories like Mahabharata and Ramayana are also very powerful, and like they can fly, like Lord Hanuman can reshape reshape his size, can decrease and increase his size. So these are all very motivational and courageous, and filled with very heroic things. So this is also kind of increasing and what we can say craze among the kids, especially the kids, and among the young generation, that these characters can do these things, and they have hold their religious values apart from those like powers. So how to have a bowing attitude even after having power, that we can learn from Ramayana and Mahabharata. So that's all I wanted to say. Thank you.
Okay, so that's a good counter. Okay, so I like Vishal bhai, please stop the recording for a second. Okay, so it is the end of the debate. Now it's time for conclusion, and I want both the team leaders, both the team representative to give a conclusion. And because Nikita Di just completed with her point, now I want Vishal bhai to give the conclusion of full debate, or full, like he is in support of realistic part, so he have to conclude all the things.
Yeah. So what member is left? Yeah, just coming. Yeah, thank you, host, for giving the opportunity. So, just come to the point. I'll say that the sci-fi movie is just for entertainment purpose, as the opponent team is already accept that the movie maker just make that types of movie only for gaining lots of money. I mean, and lots of money, or these are just for entertainment purpose. There are not any reality are there in the movie. But if I talk about our realistic movie, so there are these has lots of benefited things are there into the movie. So I just revisit my points which I already made it previously. So after watching the realistic movie, we will get motivation, inspiration, courage to do something like whatever we want to do. So if we watch any really movie, we can easily connect with them, and we have that type of courage to do that thing, to be something like by any person who which biography we just watched. Or as my teammate has already talked about, the movies are mirror of the society. So yeah, this is very much like correct thing. So after watching the movie, we can directly connect with them, or we can easily get the qualities of any individuals, or we can justify sci-fi movies, watching justification, we can justify sci-fi movies uh, in different basis. But the correct if we talk about the real aspect, so by yeah, thank you so much.
Okay, complete the sentence, then I will
Yeah,
say.
yeah. So the only one thing is left. Just yeah, we can justify the sci-fi movie in like so many ways, but the reality is, after watching a sci-fi movie, you got nothing. You got nothing. Or if you watch a one science realistic or biopic of any one individual, so you will get lots of things which can help in your life. Yeah, thank you so much.
So that was a nice conclusion from Team Realistic. Now I want Supriya from Team Sci-Fi to conclude their whole debate.
Okay, so as we already talked about so many things, I'll just conclude it all. Sci-fi movies are based on creative thinking, and it also enhances the logical thinking even on the viewer, even on the creator of the particular movie. And sci-fi movies are now has become more attractive part towards the youth, because it is not related to any religion, it is not hurting their religion or anything like it. And sci-fi movies are also like flying man, and they are also such creative that it enhances someone's mind to create such games. Because as we say, most of the gamers, most of the players who have created the games and all those things has been motivated from sci-fi movies only. It's the main point. And the second thing is this: sci-fi movies are far beyond than realistic. They are not related, they are not related to any character. Because in realistic movies it might be shown that a girl is wrong treated, then she fought and all those stuff. So somewhere it can create a mentality on people like girls should be treated in that way only, and then they have to fight, then only we can give them some preference or somewhat like that. So they can just deviate the person from whatever he or she is going to do. It can be happen like that. And moreover, as we can see in realistic movies, as my opponent team said, that they show a realer character or anything. Let me just tell you one thing: realistic movies can any be real, or whatever they do, they can't be shown, and they can't be like represent our culture in just one screen. It's not possible for them, because we have got historical books and all those stuffs are there to read it. But when it comes to sci-fi movies, then definitely it comes to like imagination, which enhances your logical or creative balance, which is a just balance to your life. So that's what I wanted to say. Thank you.
Okay, so that was a nice conclusion from both the team. Please, Vishal bhai, stop the recording. I have to count the points that who won or not. Okay, so the debate has been ended, and both teams give the good counters and the good pointers. So that was a great debate, I think. And now I have to choose a winner from them. So today's winner is Team Sci-Fi, and there are reason behind it. Like both the teams have great pointer and great counter, and both the teams are making fouls. But the foul side is more in realistic team, because they are taking more time. And in sci-fi team also, they also take time and all the things, but it is not much. But and because of that only, because of that fouls only, I think you lose. And from on next time, please consider time. Okay. And these are the winners, Team Sci-Fi, and we have concluded it. And now it's the end of our it's the end of our day, and it's the end of our debate. Now just go and chill, and please follow us on LinkedIn, and subscribe the channel of Vishal Bhai for listening to such type of debates and challenges. And please comment also, so that you can become a guest in our debates and our challenges. And just follow, like, and come in comments. Please tell who is your favorite. You can also, like, I am the okay. Okay. Okay, now it's ended, and bye bye, take care. We will meet you soon. To be continued. Sign off. Signing off. So, yeah.